Hi everyone, my name is April Tieu and I am the Communication Advisor for Digital and Social Media at Lyondellbasell. What does that mean? So every day I get to go to work and I get to share content on our social media channels. That's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and WeChat. As well as I get to manage the content on our website, lyb.com or lyondellbasell.com. Continuing to update the website and really enhance that look and feel and improve the user journey of our website. So it's been really, really great. A little bit about myself. I grew up in the city called Pearland, Texas, which is outside of Houston. At that time, there was only one high school, so I went to Pearland High School. Now there's two. And then I went to college at the University of Texas at Austin, where I got a degree in sociology and a minor in advertising. But it always didn't start that way. I actually went to start college pursuing a petroleum engineer degree. I come from a line of professionals in my family that were in the oil and gas industry, and since I grew up in that industry, I felt like that might be something that I wanted to pursue. So I started UT as a freshman going into engineering. It wasn't until probably like my sophomore year, in the middle of the sophomore year, when I realized that it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. I found that I didn't find that passion in the courses that I was taking, and I realized that it wasn't engineering that I wanted to do. So I had to really evaluate my options and think about what is it that I want to do that makes me excited for. And then I looked back to my middle school years, which is, for some of you today, I realized that during that time, I was developing websites. I was learning how to code. I was Googling codes and writing in books. I had books and books of just coding. And then I also learned how to graphic design on my own. I was probably about 12 or 13 years old. And I was designing my own websites. And then my friends were getting me to design their website because they saw mine. And I didn't know that that was, I had so much fun doing that, but I never thought it could be a career until I got to college. And that's when I started pursuing the idea of doing marketing or advertising. I did couple of marketing internships in college to help me kind of experience what that is, and I did enjoy that. So then I got into that field. Then social media took off, right? So in college, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram had just launched, and it was just growing. Facebook was still a big thing, and so I was on those three platforms, and I started to really, really see the benefits and really enjoy social media. So I looked into that as an opportunity, as a career, and sociology came in mind. And sociology, what that really means is the study of society and how people interact with each other. So understanding people's actions and how do you interact with people. And I loved that. I loved the idea of learning how to speak to people in these certain situations. And that kind of led me to the path of sociology, and then I minored in advertising just in case. After college, I didn't have a job right away. I actually moved back home with my parents in Pearland, and then I was there for about 3 or 4 months when I found a job working for a marketing agency, and it was great. I mean, this marketing agency, their clients were mainly focused in the country artist industry, and it was really cool. So I was working with clients like Luke Bryan, Brantley Gilbert, Darius Rucker. I actually got to meet Luke Bryan one time in my life, so I thought that was really cool. And for that company specifically, I was learning how to manage accounts and learning customer service. I was answering fan mails, I was managing their websites, their social media channels, and I was there for a good, maybe about a year and a half, and when I received an opportunity to work in an oil and gas company. So I switched gears and I went there. And I was doing more social media and website design work for that company, and then I switched to another oil and gas company and then came to Lyondellbasell. So we're doing digital and social media work for the last almost 10 years now, and I have enjoyed every aspect of it. I believe that social media has changed so quickly and so fast throughout these years that there's always something more to learn. I would say my passion for social media never dies out, because I love everything about it, and I'm passionate about it because I love sharing positive things and positive news to the world. So if there's any platform in the world that allows me to do that, then I'm there. And it can be a career choice. Like, believe it or not, social media can be something that you can pursue for the rest of your life because it's always going to be there. A couple tips for interviewing for me would be when you're starting to get interviewed, don't be discouraged, right? I always say that you would apply to 100 jobs before you hear back from one. And that is what happened to me. So right after college, I didn't have a job. I moved back to my parents, and then I was jobless for about 3 months. But every day I was applying to jobs. I probably applied to like 500 jobs before I hear back from like one. And it was very discouraging at first, but I never stopped trying, and I kept just, waking up and just pushing my resume out there, looking for jobs every day. What I learned from that experience that I want to tell you is that always apply for jobs in the morning, because a lot of people go to work in the morning and they'll see your email come through, but if you apply really late at night, that may go to the bottom of their inbox and they may not see it. So if there's an advice for applying for jobs, interviewing, it's definitely get up in the morning, get all those jobs that you are ready to apply for, and just start shooting your resume out to them. Another thing about resume is really tailor your resumes to those job descriptions. So if you find a job that you really like and you have the experience for it, take your resume, look at it, and see how you can enhance it to match the job description that company is looking for. So not every resume should look exactly the same. You shouldn't just be taking one resume and shooting it out to all these different companies when they may not know that you actually have a certain feature to you or a certain experience that they would want that they don't see on your actual resume. So just make sure that you display and show the things that they want to see. In your interview process, come prepared. I always say research the company the night before, come with 20 questions. You always want to come prepared with more questions than none. And then when you get to the interview, be engaged, stare at them in the eye, really just kind of focus and be in the conversation. Make sure you're answering all their questions, make sure you're taking notes, and make sure that you ask the questions back when they ask about, when they talk about the job description, or if that question isn't part of the set of questions that you had, definitely ask it still, because it may be something that you like to know, but it could show them that you really are engaged in the interview. Find your passion and what you're looking for. Based on my personal story, I always thought I wanted to become a petroleum engineer, and if I go back in time, I wouldn't have changed anything. I don't think I would have been happy as I am today if I continued pursuing that career. So definitely look into the different opportunities that there are out there, because there are so many, and find the one that suits you the best. And college presents you with that opportunity to really kind of seek that out and explore the different types of jobs and career paths. So really utilize that. Just because you go to college and you don't know what you want to do, it's okay, because that's what college is for. It's for you to really understand what you want to do. I would also utilize your mentors in your school today, your teachers, your counselors, your principals. I would always seek their advice, because everybody has their own experience, and they may have, maybe they have gone through something that you are interested in going to, and they could give you advice. Maybe that being a teacher wasn't everything that they thought they would be, and they were going to be, an engineer as well. So I would always lean to them, ask the right questions, and really kind of find out what it is that you want to do. Most importantly, be happy. I think that every job you go to, you should definitely be happy where you are, because if you're not happy, you won't be successful. It's very hard to stay motivated in a place where you're just not happy. So just make sure that what you're doing and what you choose, it makes you satisfied. That my conversation with you today gives you some kind of insight into my personal experience and where I am today. I hope that, if you're interested in social media, pursue it, really get out there, explore the opportunities, explore what it is to be in a position like this, and see if you really like it. I can tell you, if you enjoy social media as much as I do, then you'll love doing this job, because it is satisfying for me when I am posting stuff on my personal account and I see how people engage on it and how much people love it. The same results happen on, the company's social accounts today. Like when I post something and people engage with it and people love it, it gives me that same satisfaction. So that's how I know that I'm in the right spot today. Again, my name is Tieu, and I am a communication advisor for digital and social media at Lyondellbasell. And I want to thank everyone for taking their time today to listen to me.